Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So join me as we make this kimono jacket for our princesses, and if this is your first time of stopping by, do well to hit on the subscribe button, join the family. And to my old subscribers, I say thank you very much for all your support so far. I really appreciate it, and please do well to watch my ads, give me a thumbs up if you find value in this video. So the first thing I'm doing is to mark a straight line to serve as our starting point for this jacket, and then I'm going to go ahead and mark half of my shoulder measurement. And this style is for a 6 to 7 year old, but please do well to measure your child to be sure of what you are doing. Then from that measurement I marked, I went ahead to mark my sleeve length. So once I am done with that, I'm going down by 0.75 for my shoulder slope, and then I'll connect it to our starting point. Once I am done with that, we're going to go ahead and mark our neckline, which is 3 inches by 1 inch. Okay, this measurement we are taking now is for our back bodies. We are cutting our back bodies first, then we'll use it to cut out the front one. So I just connected it for a round neck. Then, still placing my measurement on this at the starting point, I'm going to go ahead and mark my bust point, which is 8 inches. And this bust point is 8 inches because I don't want it to be fitted. Remember, it's not a fitted gown. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my sleeve opening, that's my round sleeve, plus 1 inch stitching allowance, plus 1 inch for ease. And by the time I calculate this, I have 9 inches. So you divide your round sleeve measurement by 2 plus 2 inches, 1 inch for stitching allowance, 1 inch for ease. So that's what I marked, and I connected it to center back. Then I'll go ahead and connect my sleeve length. So once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and mark my half length, still placing my tape at the starting point. I'll go ahead and mark my half length, which is at 13 inches, and then I'll connect these points. So guys, once I am done connecting this point, I'm going to go ahead and mark my bust measurement divided by 4, and which is at 8 inches. I'll add 1 inch stitching allowance and then 1 inch for ease. If you want it to be too big, please go ahead and increase your measurement for ease, but for me, I don't like clothes to be too big on a child or on me, so that's why I'm adding just 1 inch. Then I'll go ahead and connect from my sleeve length. You saw the way I connected it. Please go ahead and connect yours. Then, still placing my tape at the starting point, I'm going to go ahead and mark the length of this kimono jacket, and which is at 31 inches. And this length depends on where you want yours to be. Some jackets are full length, some are half 3/4, some are knee length, and then some are above the knee. So this depends on where you want yours to be, but mine is around the knee. So I'll just measure what I have at the waistline, and then I'll transfer it to the hem area. Then I'll connect the points coming from the waist all the way to the hem. If you want yours to be as big as you can see on the thumbnail, please go ahead and connect just the way you see me show you guys now. Connect yours, increase your sleeve length, and then connect the way you saw me show you guys. And that's it for the back bodies. You're going to use it to cut out the front bodies. If you haven't subscribed up to this moment, take 1 minute to hit on the subscribe button. So guys, I've transferred this to my fabric, and you can see I added stitching allowance to the sleeve area because I didn't add it when I was cutting it out, and then every other necessary part. So for the front bodies, I'm going to go ahead and come down by about 2 inches for the front neckline. Remember, we've already marked one at the back, so that means the front neckline is 3 inches for this kimono jacket. So once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and start marking 1 inch all the way from that neckline downward. If you don't want yours to have an opening at the center, please go ahead and leave it this way and just start working with that. But I want mine to be open at the center, so that's why I'm taking out about 1 inch from the center front. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead, we are going to go ahead and work on that curve. So for that curve, from the hem area, I'm going up by 10 inches. This depends also on where you want yours to start from, but I started from 10 inches. Then from the side seam, I am coming in by about 4 inches, and then I'll make a mark there. So once I make that mark, I'm going to go ahead and connect these 2 points with a curve. And then I'll go ahead and cut this out, and that's it for the front body. There's no much different from the back one, just the curve and then the neckline. Once I am done cutting this out, then I'll go ahead and open the center front. Once I transfer it to my fabric, remember to add your stitching allowance to it, just like we did for the back. So you're adding stitching allowance at the hem area, at the this side, and also at the sleeve, just like we added for the back. So this is all our bodies after cutting this out. If you're using your lining, please go ahead and cut your lining at this point. But for this tutorial, I'm not using any lining. In fact, I wanted to use lining, but the lining I have at the moment won't be enough for this jacket. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is we are going to work on the center front first, and for this we are working on the center front. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this just a bit, not something more. Fold it into 2, and then we are going to go ahead and start stitching it from the hem to the neckline, and I'll do the same thing for the other side of the front bodies. So guys, I'm done with the 2, and you can see how neat it's looking. So you have to be patient while doing this. So the next thing I'm doing is to work on this shoulder area, and for this I'll stitch it down by 1/2 inch while doing facing front, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. Once I am done with this, look at how it is or is looking after we are done with it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to hem the sleeve. Then we're going to go ahead and pipe the neckline. For the neckline, I am using a black bias, and we are going to be starting from the front to the back. And before you stitch it down, make sure that your bias is a bit more than the neckline. That's move it about 1/2 inch of 0.75 inches more than the neckline. Then you're going to stitch all the way to the end. Once you are done, you flip to the back, and then so you go ahead and flip it to the wrong side, then fold the excess, and then you're going to go ahead and fold it just like you pipe your normal neckline, and then stitch down. So this is it guys, after I am done. So look at the sleeve and then also the neckline. We are done with both of them. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the same line on the same side, and for this I'm just going to do front facing front, and then I'll arrange my pieces well. And then I'm going to go ahead and stitch on my the allowance added from one end to the other, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. So this is it. After I was done with it, you can see our jacket is almost ready. The only thing remaining is our fringe. All you have to do is to get your fringe and stitch it from one end to the other. But before that, please do well to hem your gown before you attach your fringe. Oh my god, your fringe. And fringe doesn't have any fraying side of it, so all you have to do is just put it on the gown and then top stitch it at that hem area from one end to the other. And that's all for this style. I hope you enjoy watching this video on kimono jacket. Do well to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.